there, Ariana from Crafting Happiness here. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this mini petunia flower. This is a really easy pattern you can finish in literally 5 minutes. And you can use it as an applique for your blankets, hats, amigurumi project. I use mine to make the headband for my pig Lovey. She's called Petunia, and I made her a tiara or Petunia tiara. So yeah, this is what I use my flower for. You can use it for anything else. If you want to make it bigger, just increase the size of the hook or the size of the yarn. For this project, I am using double knit yarn, which is light worsted yarn in pink and red. If you know how petunias look like, they usually have the darker color on the edges and the lighter color on the inside. So you can use any color you want. Just use 2 shades, the lighter on the inside and the darker on the outside. I also used a 3mm crochet hook, scissors and needle to weave in the ends. And yeah, let's get started. Start with a light color and make a magic ring. And in the magic ring, crochet 5 single crochet. Now pull this tail and close the magic ring, like so. And this is your first round. And now what I will usually do is use a piece of yarn in between the last stitch in a round and the first stitch in the next round and crochet. And like so, you make sure you're not missing out any stitches. You know exactly how many to crochet. Now in the second round we will be making a single crochet in each of these stitches. The first one is always fiddly, so use your nail to push your hook through and just make a single crochet in each of the 5 stitches you just made. So we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is your second round. Now let's start the third round, and in this third round we will be increasing in each stitch. So make sure you're not skipping any stitches. The first one is always a little bit smaller. So we make 2 single crochet in each of the 5 stitches. So that's an increase. Now move on to the next one and make another increase. So that's 2 increases. This is our third one. The 4th increase. And the 5th increase. And this is our third round, and on this third round we will be changing colors. And normally in amigurumi you would be tempted to push the right side on the outside. In this case we are not going to do that because we want to see the nice side on the inside. you won't be seeing the wrong side at all if you're using it as an applique. So I use the end of my hook just to push the stitches out a little bit to make it look like a tiny bell, and this is how it looks like now. And you won't be seeing this side, we will be seeing this side, and that's why we leave the right side in there. Okay, so now we change colors to the darker color, in my case the red, and just take the end and pull it through the loop and then close the loop. So start with a slip stitch in the next stitch, and then we will make our first petal in the next stitch. And to do that, we are going to single crochet, and in the same stitch we are going to make an extended single crochet. If you haven't done one before, it's quite easy. You insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop like you will do with a single crochet, but instead of yarning over and pulling through two, we are going to yarn over and pull just through the first loop, and then yarn over and pull through both. And I will make a slightly longer stitch, but not as long as a half double crochet and not as big. This is perfect for our project. Then in the same stitch, make another single crochet, and this is our first tip of the petal. Then in the next stitch, make a slip stitch, then another petal in the following stitch by making a single crochet, then an extended single crochet, so yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first one, and then yarn over, pull through both loops, and another single crochet in the same stitch. And we repeat this until we have 5 petals. So slip stitch and then another petal, and slip stitching next, and a 4th petal, then another slip stitch, slip stitch, and last petal, single crochet, extended single crochet, and single crochet in the same stitch. Now we reach the end of our round 4, and we are going to close now by slip stitching in the first slip stitch. So make a slip stitch in it and then cut the yarn and pull through. And make sure you use the end of your hook to push this tip out, because you want your petunia to have a bell shape. And this is what I meant by don't turn the project with the right side out, because when you are going to connect this flower, all you're gonna see is the inside, and you want the pretty part of it to be visible. If I would have turned it like a normal amigurumi pattern with the right side out, you have the pretty part of the project on the outside, but you won't be able to see it. You'll only see this part, and you can see the stitches where I made the slip stitch, and it's not very pretty. And this is the reason why we are going to keep it with the right side on the inside. So yeah, now I'm going to show you, I'm going to weave in the ends. Just use just a needle. When you work with smaller projects, you need a thinner needle, but with a large enough eye to fit your yarn, and then just thread it through just a few stitches. It's not okay, so we're just gonna do that. And like so, and then we're gonna cut the yarn. So we're going to weave in the red ends, but we are not going to cut the pink ends because we need them. So let's just do this red once, just thread it through a couple of stitches, just back and forth once, and that is enough. Okay, so let's cut that end as well. And now we are left, oh, I forgot to cut this pink yarn. Now we are left with the pink ends, and we need them to attach the flowers. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to thread these ends through the middle of the flower. So we want the ends to come out here in the middle. So just do a couple of stitches. Okay, and now just pull it through that middle, like where the magic ring was. So we want that there, and now we want this one in the same place. Okay, and then just pull it through the middle, just like that. Okay, so now we have these two tails coming out of the middle, and this is the finished project. And like I said, you won't be able to see this bottom part of it. That's why you want the pretty part to show up at the top. And now what I did with my pig lovey, like you see here, I used these two ends, and I just tied it to the head in one stitch. So literally just thread one end and just make a few knots, and then weave in the ends. And this is how I made the headband for my pig lovey. So in case you're making this project, if not, if you're using it for any other project, it's the same. You can just use these two tails and tie them up to your blanket, to your hat, anything, to your toy, to amigurumi project, whatever it is. And this is how you crochet a mini flower petunia. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting!